Hi everyone, Kelly here. Today I wanted to talk about some tips and tricks for the upcoming Halloween holiday. So Halloween can be a very fun and active time. However, for our dogs, there's some safety risks as well as fear-inducing triggers. So I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips that you guys can use. Firstly, make sure your dogs don't have any access to the candy. Pure cocoa is toxic to dogs, and that is going to be in your chocolate candy. So you want to make sure that your dogs don't have access to that. As far as trick-or-treaters, if your dog is very reactive to the doorbell, think about putting them in a room or a crate and playing some background noise to try to drown out the sound of that. It's just a few hours, it's not a big deal. Just remove them so that they're not spurring each time they hear the doorbell. Another thing you could do for that is just put your candy out front so you don't have people, or as many people, ringing the doorbell, for candy each time they come, and it'll help decrease some of those triggers in your dog. The other thing I would recommend is if your dog does have access to the door, so let's say they're not triggered by the doorbell, and maybe your dog's a very friendly dog, they don't necessarily know that that's Billy under that costume. So dogs can be very visually triggered if they don't know or don't recognize who it is. A lot of dogs, when they realize who people are, they do it by scent. So when they first see somebody in costume, they may not recognize them. So keep that in mind. Some things that you can do are keep your dog behind a gate so that they don't have access to the front door. This is both a safety as far as any potential fears regarding costumes or anything like that, but also safety for them not running out the front door. The other thing you can do is you can get them on Amazon, or I'm sure Chewy as well, but they have gates that you can attach to your front door. You can unhook them when you don't use them, but they're basically rolling or foldable gates that when you open the door, that gate is built in across the doorway. So that's a great option as well. My previous video talked about working through fears. This is specific to like trick-or-treating and things like that. So take a look at the other video as well if your dog is a little bit more fearful, but have a safe and happy Halloween weekend.